So Stephen King, young 12 years old, looked at failure in ways that perhaps we don't as adults.
This stuck with me. I think the first time I read it was like 15 years ago, and I will never forget it. And it has changed the way I look at all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So Stephen King was very young when he started submitting stories to publications, to magazines that he loved reading. He's 11, 12 years old, and he's writing these stories, and he's in love with these publications that he gets and buys and saves up his money for. And then they have these horror stories or whatever these stories are. He hears that anyone can submit a story to these publications, and he's blown away. He's like, wait, me, Stephen King, middle schooler, I could write a story and they might actually read it and they might actually publish it. That could actually happen. But obviously, the first time he sends in a story, that does not happen. So
yeah, he's 12 years old.
He's 12 years old. He has submitted this story. It is written from his soul, his 12-year-old soul. He's so excited about it. And he gets a letter from the publication. And he can't believe that they actually wrote back to him, let alone read his story. And he opens it up and he's like, it was probably a form letter, but it's them saying, your story is not what we're looking for right now. We're rejecting your story. And how many people, and I'm talking about adults now, let alone a 12-year-old kid, how many people at that point would either get
destroyed,
discouraged, or destroyed? Exactly. And he does the opposite. And it's unbelievable. He said he was so happy that he got an actual rejection from one of his favorite publications that he ran to his bedroom, and his bedroom was in the top floor of his house, much like the room I'm in now. And his bed had these wooden beams over it. And he took a nail and banged it into the eaves, and he put that piece of paper. So it was the first thing he saw in the morning, and the last thing he saw at night was this rejection, because he was so proud of it. He's like, I'm in the game. I'm in it. And maybe I'll get more rejections. And so that's what he did.
So he started collecting his rejections.
He started collecting his rejections again and again and again, to the point where he says he had to take the nail out of the original nail that he put in and put a wooden stake, which I think is so funny, into that eave, because there were so many rejections. It needed to be strong enough to hold all of these rejections before he was published for the first time. And that mindset is exactly now what I try to do. Every rejection to me is literally a step forward. It is, you have to get rejected. Every project's going to get rejected 30 times at least.
Yeah.
So that's just a step forward. Congratulations.
Okay.